Beautiful deep divers, I hope you are coming out into nature to join the cat down the road and I hope you aren't allowing all of your problems to consume you. Just remind yourself, they won't last forever. If you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. The storm will pass. All of those things bothering you, weighing you down, are going to start to fade away. But you must say thank you. Because if you don't, they're gonna stay with you, deep divers. So I'm saying it, these two words, thank you. You see how easy that was? Those two words can shift your entire vibration and frequency. They can help you see the light again. And so many people don't know that. And this is the reason why there's a silent war happening. It's about to kick off. We got a whole lot to talk about. People always say, Ralph, how come you're so peaceful? And it's because, can you hear those birds, deep divers? Because I'm mindful and I'm present. On the way here, I came from that side. Walking down here, I look up, I see these birds, a whole family of them. This is so beautiful. They're singing in the tree. Now, I always see great things like this, but today it made me stop and stare to say, oh my gosh, life is a miracle. I'm so thankful to witness this because so many times we take moments like that for granted. Oh, it's just some birds in a tree. No, this is a miracle. And your life is a miracle, but you can only see that with gratitude because that shifts you into the present moment. There's no place I'd rather be, deep divers, than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature. Now, I want to talk to you about the silent war that's already here. And nobody's talking about it. There is a silent war happening. And it's going to continue to keep on going until people are aware of this silent war. Let me send you some good ass energy, deep divers, because the cat down the road told me you need it. Take that, take that, take that. Raising the frequency, raising the vibration. Right now, we are at war. We can see this in the midst of a global pandemic. We can see that so many people are at war when they wake up. Screw face, bills to pay. A lot of people are going through a lot of stress in relationships, stress at home, and of course, new variants all around the place. Florona, right? Israel just found influenza mixed with COVID. Florona cases on the horizon. This is the reason why a lot of people live in a state of war, because it seems like there is so much chaos all around them. But I'm going to tell you how to shift your vibration and frequency to arrive at inner peace, because your highest form of wealth is your peace of mind. Slow motion this side. And you must not allow anyone to take that away from you. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Now, before you can get back your peace of mind, you must become aware of this silent war. There is a war happening out there. There is a war happening out there. And we are witnessing it. But there's also a war happening in here. And this is the silent war. It's an inner war. But let's talk about the war that's happening out there. There's a war for the battle a battle for the hearts and minds of the people. There's a war which involves a battle for the hearts and minds of the people. There's a war that's going on out there that involves a battle for the hearts and minds of the people. We see it. A war on your freedom right now. A war which was designed to keep you in lockdown, take away your civil liberties, take away your freedom of speech, censorship. These are wars. These are overt wars which are happening. But that's not the silent war I'm talking about. You see, the silent war that's happening, which blocks so many people from finding inner peace, is the war with yourself. And when you conquer the battle within, there is no battle out there. What? Slow motion this side. When you conquer the battle within, there is no battle out there. I told you, right now, you have to learn how to become an alchemist. What is the secret of alchemy? Making the best out of the worst and never allowing external events to govern your internal condition. I met someone, they're like, Ralph, I've been so stressed lately. I'm going through so much. And it's because they are absorbing all of this toxic energy all around them. Now they're screwface. Now they have a bad attitude. Now they have a war that's silent, a war against themselves. And this is what humanity has to overcome. Not Big Brother, the media, elected officials. That's not the greatest threat. The greatest threat is you against you. Your shadow, the disowned aspects of yourself. The war happening in your mind every single day as soon as you wake up. I don't love myself. Self-hate is a silent war. Pardon? Self-hate is a silent war. When you don't accept who you are, when you do not accept who you are, you judge yourself. That's a silent war. And this is why, to win this silent war that's happening in so many people's hearts and minds, you have to make peace with yourself. The world out there can only be changed from the world in here first. The world out there can only be changed from the world in here first, because the collective reality we see is nothing more than an accumulation of thought forms. Let me repeat that. The world out there is nothing more than an accumulation of thought forms crystallized. We created this war we see out there. A war on your health, a war on your peace of mind, a war on your freedom, a war in keeping you apart from each other. And this is the reason why a lot of people are at war. Someone asked me, they're like, Ralph, what's your birthplace? I said, Earth. They look confused. They gave me the fluoride stare. They're like, no, what's your birthplace? Where were you born? I said, Earth. They said, okay, what's your race, Ralph? I want to know where you're from. I said, human race. Huh? They said, okay, what's your religion, Ralph? You got to believe in something. I said, love. They like, huh? Love? Yeah, love is my religion. They said, what about politics, Ralph? I said, freedom. Huh? Yes, freedom. Because it's my body, my choice, my freedom. And this is how to win this inner battle. You see, humanity is powerful when it comes together, but it can only come together when it's made peace. When each individual in the collective has made peace with themselves. We can only make peace when we begin to shatter these illusions. When we begin to shatter these illusions we've created. Separation is the greatest illusion ever created. And this is what keeps the silent war going on. Hey, my country is better than your country. People are thinking these thoughts. That's the silent war that creates all havoc and tragedy all around the planet. This separation can only end when we realize we are all connected. And you have to make peace within first before you can make peace outside there. Everything happening in the world right now. In Israel, they have cases of florona, influenza mixed with COVID, right? So there are new variants, right? We're at war with that, but that's not a problem. The silent war is the problem. Humanity, human beings, the human being is on the run from itself. Many of us, we wake up without gratitude. Many of us, we go to a job we don't like. Many of us, we stay in a relationship not serving us. Many of us, we're not thankful for the life we have. And this is the reason why bad things have to happen before you can appreciate good things. And when the bad things happen, you know the saying, be grateful for the bad things happening, because now they make you appreciate all the good things that are happening and that were happening in your life you weren't paying attention to before. It's about to kick off because humanity has to realize it has to get worse before it gets better. What we have to do is confront our shadow side before we can make peace with ourselves. Each and every human being has a shadow side. Many people call it the dark side. And humanity is going through a dark night of the soul. Someone said, Ralph, wait a minute, it's the dark night of the ego. What? Slow motion this side. Humanity is going through the dark night of the ego. And many people are trapped in the ego, which is edging goodness out. And this is the war happening in millions of people's minds. The ego creates separation. Separation creates suffering. And this is the reason why we have to learn to say, actually, I have to take a look at my own life. You see, each one of us has two wolves inside of us. There's a wolf of our higher nature and a wolf of our lower nature. One wolf, the higher nature, is all about unity, peace, elevation, upliftment, empowerment. It's helping you level up. It's helping you surround yourself with beautiful beings. There's another wolf of the lower vibration, and this wolf is about ego. It's about lust, greed, gluttony. And which wolf is going to win? The wolf you feed the most. The wolf that you feed the most is the wolf that's going to take over. Humanity has been feeding the wolf of the ego, of greed. And this is the reason why the silent war that's happening is now catching up with each and every one of us on the planet. To say we've got to take responsibility for what we're feeding ourselves mentally. 7-day vegan challenge. I wake up every single day with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth. We are not only eating through our mouth, we are eating through all of our senses. Slow motion this side. We are not only consuming through our mouths, we are consuming through all of our senses. And to end this silent war, we must become mindful of everything we are taking in. From the TV that's designed, the news designed to keep you in fear, you must say, actually, right now, I'm going to vibrate higher than what's around me. Right now, I'm going to take time with myself. I'm going to spend time with myself every single day, because many people are at war with each other. If you can't even get along with your fellow human being, how on earth do you feel that this whole situation in the world right now is going to come to an end? If both of you are arguing, how on earth do you expect there to be peace on the planet? So we have to remind ourselves that if you are at war with yourself, you will be at war with everyone around you. And the silent war is the war, the inner war of the words that you use towards yourself. The feelings you harbor in your heart, that's the silent war. If you are waking up full of hate, full of greed, full of envy, that's the silent war that's killing you. That's the silent war that's holding you back. But you can end it today if you say, actually, I'm going to wake up and choose love over everything. Remind yourself every single day you have a choice to make. And right now, each and every one of us, humanity has to choose love over freedom. They can only keep you in lockdown when you are keeping yourself in lockdown. Slow motion this side. Remind yourself, nothing can happen without your permission. And to end this silent war that's happening, the inner war that's happening in so many people, and everything you see externally is the result of that, we must begin to make peace with ourselves. We must no longer allow ourselves to become distracted and run away from ourselves, but we must face ourselves and say, actually, how can I become a better human being? Work harder on yourself than you do on your business. You spent 5 hours on the Netflix special, but you spent no time with yourself to get to know yourself, to get to know and control your anger, your frustration, to say, actually, let me spend some time balancing my own energy, go for a walk, do a little samba, baby. And this is how to end the silent war, because it's all about to kick off on the planet. Unless humanity say, that's each and every one of us, I have to remind myself, I am the world. As I change, the world changes. You cannot expect peace in the world if there is chaos in your mind. Peace in your mind, peace in the world. The world is a mirror of what's happening internally. Slow motion this side. I said the world is a mirror of what's happening internally. When you realize that, deep divers, well, you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? There is a war on the truth, to hide the truth. The good news is that there is a great awakening happening. And the only way out is in. You must find this truth inside of you. And this is how the war ends and peace begins and love reigns supreme. Let me just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everyone who's been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you are a sexy ass model, with a whole lot of heart who wants to model the clothing, well, go and buy some, okay? Add me on Instagram, Deep Divers, for more daily inspiration at Ralph Smart, at official Ralph Smart, and Facebook at Ralph Smart, at Infinite Waters, and Snapchat. It's that good ass prana, baby. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful, life-changing information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. They tried to bury us, deep divers. They forgot we were seeds. The greatest war happening is not the war out there with a pandemic. No, the greatest war that's happening is in your heart and mind. And you must choose to make peace with yourself, or else it's only going to get worse on the planet. If you make a vow to say every single day, I'm going to cultivate I'm going to do my daily global healing meditation, and I'm going to cultivate inner peace by connecting with beautiful souls as well. You are now adding to the peace of everything around you. People who see you will become instantly healed, and their silent war will also come to an end. So remind yourself, you must learn the greatest battle that's happening is the battle with yourself. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You leave a comment down below, deep divers, of love and appreciation and what you're doing to end the silent war within yourself and what you're doing to spread more love on the planet. What am I doing? Feels so good to be alive, baby. That's what I'm doing. Peace.